Hello, welcome to lifelikeyoumeanit.com. I'm Lisa Cybaniak, and today I'm going to talk to you about how I manifested my marriage. All right, so there are a few really important things that we need to cover before you manifest anything. So let's start with the first one, which is the most important thing. And no, it's not getting clear on what you want, although that's important, and that's our next one. Our first one is actually making sure that you believe that you can get this and that you deserve this, whatever the this is, including a husband. Because let's face it, if you're still in that stage of life where you are thinking that having somebody else love you is what's going to show you that you are a valuable person, that you are lovable, and that you are worthy, then that means deep down inside you haven't done that for yourself. You're looking for that validity of your life externally, which means that somewhere on an unconscious level, you don't believe that you deserve to be loved. And if you believe that, then there's nothing you are going to be able to manifest that is going to be opposing that belief. So we need to start with the nitty-gritty there. And that is the very first thing that I did in manifesting my marriage, is I made sure that I did the hard work, the deep soul-searching work to figure out how to love myself first. Now, I talk about this all the time because it is such a big part of my life and such a big part of my business. So if you click subscribe and make sure to click that gray bell icon so that you never miss another video, then every time I talk about this, give you some tips for how to do it, you will get notified. Okay, you've guessed it. The second most important thing that you're going to need to do to manifest anything, certainly a marriage, is going to be getting clear on what you want. Now, I know that that sounds ridiculous on the offset, like, well, I want a husband or a wife. But no, what I mean is all of the nitty gritty, right? What are the personality traits? What are you looking to feel like? What do you want to be like in this relationship? How does it feel to be in this relationship? Let me help you out on here. Here is some of the traits that I wrote down of my very special man that I was looking for long before I ever met him. All right, so our third step, and equally as important here, is for us to be able to find that fine line between doing what we need to do to make this happen while surrendering the need to control the outcome. Because of course we need to put ourselves out there. Of course we need to do some things, maybe join a dating app or whatever we need to do in order to be able to meet new people. But at the same time, we want to remain flexible. We don't want to be so rigid. For example, with our list that we've just created, we have the tendency that we could be so rigid that everything on there needs to be ticked off. Whereas we might end up finding somebody that we end up realizing there was a whole nother set of criteria that we didn't even realize we were looking for. I'll give you a really brief example on this. When I met my husband, I wasn't looking to have children. I already knew that I was not able to have my own children, and I had come to peace with that. So for some reason, it just never occurred to me that I might meet somebody who already had children. It just never really entered my train of thought. So you notice that there was nothing about children on my list of attributes that I was looking for in a relationship, and specifically in a man. But yet, when I met my now husband, he had 2 sons from his previous marriage. So if I was not surrendering and I was being so rigid that it had to look exactly like this, I would have missed the opportunity to be with the man of my dreams and the love of my life. So that's what I'm talking about, is finding that ability to surrender while at the same time going for what it is you are looking for. And last but certainly not least, you've got to be able to feel like you've already accomplished this. Manifesting is about your thoughts, and it's also about your energy, what vibe you are giving off, which is why the first step was so important, right? Making sure that you actually believe that you can do this. If you've got that deep, dark seated belief that you don't deserve love, then that's a thought process that's going to hinder your ability to manifest. And same thing, if you focus on what it is that you don't have that partner now, and that you are lonely, and that you want to have something that seems like it's beyond your grasp, then that is going to be the main feeling that you are going to have. That's the main vibe you're going to be vibrating at, and it's going to make it a lot more difficult for you to manifest. So, whether that involves meditation and visualization to actually picture yourself in this loving relationship, whether it means that you create a dream board or vision board where you've got pictures of what your life will look like and feel like together, those are really, really great ways to be able to, in a moment, recall that feeling of being loved, of being safe, of being accepted and respected. Right? We all have experiences of this with other people. They might not even have been people we had romantic relationships with. They might be with our family members and our friendships, for example, even colleagues at work. So it's not that you've got to pull on previous experiences that you've had that are directly related, but we're just looking to bring that feeling back. So if you have a really great friend that always makes you feel like you're important, then think about how you feel when you're interacting with that person. And allow yourself to envision feeling that same way with this person. So you're feeling like you've already attained it while at the same time recalling emotions that you are able to resonate with, those same emotions that you want in that happy marriage. I'm Lisa Cybaniak, and I'm living proof that you can manifest your marriage.